Good morning class, grade 12 entrepreneurship students. Today we'll try to understand about the franchise, the legal formalities or the ingredients required inside a franchise agreement. What are all the legal formalities and what are all the ingredients required? See, like in the previous class I had explained to you that the franchise agreement is different from franchise arrangement. Franchise arrangement is what is a relation. Franchise arrangement is between the franchisor and the franchisee. It may or may not come into effect. But when we talk about franchise agreement, that is a different thing. When you write down an agreement, that means you are legally binding each other into a term, according to the terms of contract. Now, when we talk about the legal ingredients or the main ingredients of franchise agreement, generally each and every franchise agreement will vary from one person to another. Every franchise will be different. It is up to the totally to tell you the entire threshold of the franchise is in the hands of franchisor. See, there are two parties. Okay, one is a franchisor or another one is a franchisee. E will come. Franchisor is the true owner of the business, like in Goli Vada Pav, Venkatesh Iyer and Shiv. So those both are the true owners of the business. They started the business. They are franchisor, and the franchisee is a person who is taking the agreement of franchise. Okay, who is continuing to work as a manager of the franchisor. Now we'll try to understand the main ingredients of franchise agreement. First one is contract explanation. Contract explanation clearly says that in this they will write down the names of the franchisor and franchisee. For Goli Vada Pav, franchisor is Venkatesh and Shiv, and the franchisee is Rishad and Shreya. Their name, their details and what kind of relationship they are, that will be mentioned in the contract explanation. First part of the agreement. Agreement is a very big, bound paper. In that agreement, the first part will be what is the relationship between these people. The franchisor is Venkatesh Iyer and Shiv, and the franchisee is Rishad and Shreya. Right? So, and what is the kind of relationship? Who is the true boss? What are all the legal formalities? Who has to obey whom? Who has to apply to whom? All those details of a relationship will be mentioned in the contract explanation. That is the first part. After which there is something called the operational manual. This is generally very voluminous. A lot of content is there in this part. So, in this the details, everywhere you have to use the word outlines. Right? Details and outlines means setting a boundary within which you have to work. In this, the details, what must be legally followed in operating the business as outlined by the franchisor. Understand the most important thing. Franchisor will decide how to do the business, what to do, when to do, how to do, from whom to do. Everything will be decided by the franchisor here. So we need to understand that the details and the guidelines, he will give the guidelines of operating the business. How the business has to be conducted will be decided by the franchisor. And the worst part is, time to time he will keep amendments, because business world is very dynamic. You can't fix to a set standard of framework. So he will be amending it, he will be changing it, he will be making improvisations on the agreement. So whenever the operation manual changes, the franchisee should be mentally prepared that they cannot stick to one plan. So there will be changes as and when in the head office or the franchisor changes the agreements, he has to be mentally prepared to agree accordingly and adjust accordingly. Right. The contents of the document are strictly confidential. Franchisee is under no obligation. If a franchisee tries to leak the confidential detail as and when there is changes, why do you change? Because you are facing competition. So you can change a little bit in your menu, or you can bring about new content. So whenever you are making changes, it is strictly confidential. These are all trade secrets. But because you are doing my business on my behalf, so you will be informed about those confidential informations, as operations manual is strictly confidential document. Right, this is not confidential. Everybody has to know who is the franchisor and franchisee. But how the business is run, how much you are making the raw material, how you are preparing, what is the formula of doing it, all those things are very confidential. Any amendments that are made are also confidential. So franchisee should maintain strict confidentiality related to the details. Why I am insisting on franchisee here is, franchisor himself will not go and leak about his own business. Right, so it is a 90% chance that the franchisee may leak the information. That is why they stick to confidentiality and they make them sign. Suppose the franchisee tries to leak, or because of him or due to his negligence, some kind of breach happens, some kind of negligence the information is leaked out to the common man or somewhere to the competitor, then in that case he will invoke CRPC and CPC procedures and breach of contract. He has under the Indian Contract Act, it is a punishable offence. Right. Then proprietary statements. What are these proprietary statements? Proprietary statements means basically proprietary statements talks a lot about how you expose yourself to the common man, to the outside world. Right. How do you depict yourself? Right. So it outlines how the franchise name is to be used. How you will use the name of this franchise. What kind of impact it will have in the society. What are the marketing and advertising procedures? How you have to market, how you have to advertise, what banner you have to keep, what poster you have to keep, what colors you have to use in the poster. Everything decided by the franchisor. You simply have to follow his instructions. Right. Then how much the franchisee, this is very critical. This can be a negative part going in further. This is like how much the franchisee should contribute towards the national advertising. When a national level advertising happens, how much should the franchisee contribute? So whenever you involve big shot personalities or brand ambassadors to market your product, the cost will be distributed accordingly from the franchisor, and to all the franchisees have to bear the expense of marketing, national marketing and advertising. So to what extent or what percentage is this expense to be borne by the franchisee? Sometimes it is possible for him, sometimes he may not be in a position. Maybe all franchisees are not running as successfully as the other. Right, so here it will be a little difficult for the franchisee. Right, however, the operation manual clearly says that I may amend. The franchisor may change the operational manual, so he has to be mentally prepared for any kind of adjustment. Then comes the ongoing site maintenance. That is the last, that is nothing but it relates to maintenance. Site means location. What are all the amendments? So what changes you want to make? How many tables? How many chairs? How should be it fit? Each and everything related to the locations. How, like a DPS, we can say how many benches, how many students in a class, how to maintain the hygiene, how should be the staircase, where should be this placed, how many teachers to be recruited. Everything will be decided by the franchisor. The hygiene and cleanliness of the place also decided by the franchisor. So each and every aspect of the business basically is that the franchisor himself is physically not present, but through him, through the franchisee, he is only running the business again. Right? So we'll quickly recap whatever we learned. Today we are trying to understand about the ingredients or contents of a franchise agreement. Franchise agreement, first one is contract explanation that outlines the relationship between the franchisor and franchisee. Who is the franchisor, who is the franchisee, their address, their information, their details, and verifications like PAN, address proof, etc., etc. Along with it, what kind of relationship they are entering into. Then operations manual. Operations manual is a detailed guidelines that the franchisor has to follow on how to conduct the business or how to operate the business. And from time to time, the operations manual will be amended. The franchisee must be mentally prepared to adjust. And then contents of the document are strictly very confidential. Contents of operational manual are strictly very confidential, cannot be leaked out to anybody by the franchisee. Proprietary statements. Proprietary statement talks a lot about the marketing and advertising efforts or how you use the name of the franchisor, because it is not your company, it is not your brand. You are using somebody else's. If you do some error, or if the customer is not satisfied, if he files a case on you, the brand image of the franchisor is going to get destroyed. So he'll be very careful. He will give you information on where to use his name, where not to use his name, how to do the marketing, how to do the advertising. Also, when there is a national level advertising involved, the expenses to be borne, to what extent the expenses will be distributed to the franchisees that are located. Right? Then ongoing site maintenance is nothing but about the location and the amendments that are made in the location site, that will also be decided by the franchisor. To sum it up, to tell it very practically, the franchisor is basically doing the business. The franchisee is simply with a very little freedom or very little amount of initiative, he is conducting the business on behalf of the franchisor. Right? Thank you and have a fantastic day.